Hello Stratters, welcome, I'm BinkyB, and this will be a Shadows over Innistrad draft. One of the last ones probably that I will be doing. So what we got here? We got a couple of really decent cards actually. We got Rabbit Bite, pretty sweet. Press for Answers, better than I expected actually. We got Dauntless Cathar, which is probably the best white common, or at least up there. Crawling Sensation, a card that I've personally enjoyed playing. Compelling Deterrence, also really good if you're playing zombies. Researcher, which is just amazing I think. And we have a Mind Rack Demon, which I think will be the pick. 4/5 flying trample for 4 mana with minor downside if you don't have Delirium, seems pretty sweet to me. I've actually enjoyed black quite a bit, so we'll see where we end up. Best black card in this pack is Throttle, which I'm not happy with at all. So that's pretty bad. So we have to look elsewhere. We have a common missing. That could be a Deadweight, Fiery Temper, I think it's called. I always forget what it's called. The burn spell. That's pretty much it that I can see that you would take over Angelic Purge, Geist Blast, Illuminator. It could be a foil too, I suppose, or a flip card. Yeah, the flip card is not here. Alright, so it could be... I'd say that it's probably... It could be a black card, but I'm leaning towards Geist Flame. I think that's pretty reasonable here. Keeps us kinda open. Angelic Purge is good, but Geist Blast at least has a chance to go with Mind Rack Demon. And I think that our opponent to right probably took like a green card. Could be a white. It could be anything, but judging off what was left in the pack. So we got Pour Over the Pages, that's pretty sweet. Daring Sleuth, which is also okay. But we have a Sinister Concoction, which I like a lot. Maybe we will wheel a skeleton, probably not. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So someone has to take like Shards, Open the Armory, or Unruly Mob over it. Maybe not. But I mean, Sinister Concoction is probably the best card in the pack. Yeah, probably. So that seems pretty good. I want to play Mind Rack Demon if possible. Really? This is turning out to be pretty nice, I think. Blue seems really open too, but there's no way I'm passing 4th pick Deadweight. That's a huge sign, I'd say. There's no real red cards, and given enough discard, we could play like 1 red source and have this only for the blue part, but I'm not so sure about that. We got a Stitched Mangler, which is pretty good. Another Illuminator, which is also pretty good. Call the Bloodline, which I like. Golem, pretty sweet. Sensor, yeah, there's a lot of good cards, but Deadweight is Deadweight. Another premium removal against some decks, I guess you should say. Another good green card. Some aggressive red cards which I'm not interested in. I don't really like them, but it's not like the premier ones either, so Stormrider Spirit is okay, but Turi Slaughter will be perfectly acceptable. And Murderous Compulsion, I guess we're running all removal.deck. I wouldn't mind picking up a dual shot at some point, but I'm not that huge of a fan of it. And in this pack, Compulsion is probably the best card. Yeah, Scarecrow is surprisingly good. Press for Answers is pretty good too. Reduce to Ashes is pretty bad, so let's just take Compulsion. Okay, we got a pretty decent black card actually. Works well with Concoction, Mind Rack Demon, and Compulsion, I suppose. Scavenger could be a pick too, since we have seen a bit of green. I'm not that stoked about the Ghoul Steed, but it is pretty good. I don't think the white cards are a consideration. We haven't seen that much white. I don't like the Selhoff. Yeah, alright, let's take the Ghoul Steed. So this is our wheeling pack, and the black cards are still here, which is pretty good. I kinda like the Revenant. It gets in there, it blocks pretty well, and lifelink is pretty strong. Could take a duel. Nah, I could also take Trail of Evidence, which could be really sweet here, but I guess we don't have that many instants or sorceries actually. I don't think this is a press for answer deck either, so alright, let's take the Revenant. Another press for answers, another Revenant, or an Orchard. I'm not that happy about playing two Revenants. We could play Nagging Thoughts. It's all about what second color we think we will be in. Blue seemed pretty open. I'd rather take Nagging... I mean, Nagging Thoughts is not really that good, but given enough discard outlets, it's okay. So we could pick a dual shot if we think we will be red. We can pick Thornhide Wolves, which is just rock solid, or an Apparatus to get Delirium going more reliably. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna take the dual shot. Oh, the skeleton wheel all... that's pretty impressive, given that two of the cards that I expected people to take wheeled. Do we want Pour Over the Pages? I don't think so, not over the skeleton. I will take a catalog though. I don't want to play this. I played it a lot in the early stages of the format, hoping that it would be good, but I found it to be very lackluster. Okay, what do we have here? Not that much. We have a Gorger, which does not work well in this deck at all. We got a Sanctuary, which we don't really need. A decent white uncommon, but that doesn't help us since we're not gonna play it. Bad counterspell. Could take Silent Observer. It's not really a first pick that I'm happy to make, but there is no black cards here that I'm interested in. We could take Throttle, but we already have 1, 2, 3, 4 removals that we know that we will play, and Throttle is not that good. The red cards are pretty mediocre as well. Green doesn't have... we have like Fork in the Road, which could be good, but... yeah, I'm just gonna take the Silent Observer. See where we end up. Got another Crawling Sensation. So, no good black cards in this pack either. Which is kinda bad, because we don't really know which second color we should be in. I mean, the Moondrakes are not are not that great. It's really expensive, doesn't do that much at all. I'd rather take Corpse Trawler over it, I think. I got a Skin Invasion, but I'm not so certain about that either. I think I'm just gonna take... yeah, how many zombies do we have? 1? Not that many. I think I'm gonna take that anyway. Alright, this is more like it. So we got a pretty decent duel that we actually want if we would like to splash this. We got Manic Scribe, which I found to be pretty good. Evangel, which is good, but I don't think we can take that. 3-bit Inspector, which is pretty good too. I think I'm just gonna take the Scribe. We got Creature, Enchantment, Sorcery, Instant. as for now, and some ways to discard and get stuff into the graveyard. Yeah, I think that's the best option for us. Black is not coming in this pack, that's for sure. So we got a pretty bad land, a pretty mediocre counterspell, and a mediocre creature that we could potentially play. Graph Mole is pretty good, but still, green felt like it could be open, but blue felt like it could be open too, and black from this direction is probably not super open, but I think I'm just gonna take Broken Concentration. Okay, this is more like it. Now we actually got a choice. We got a semi-sweeper, which I haven't really got the chance to try it out, but it seems like the madness cost is pretty hard to utilize. I think I'm just gonna take Illuminator. Not that we have that many investigations going on. Right now we have a grand total of 0, but a 1/3 flyer with upside is still pretty good, so I think I'm gonna take that. Still planning on playing Geist Blast. Oh really? That's pretty unexpected, but I think I will take that. How many discard outlets do we have? 1, 2, 3. We need a couple more, I'd say. Okay, this is also a pretty good pack. I think we got a bit unlucky with what was open, but we got Scrutiny, which is pretty good. It's good with the Investigate and the Illuminator. The Accomplice, which is perfectly acceptable. Ghostly Wings, same. And Thrave and Gargoyle, also the same. I'm leaning towards the Gargoyle for Delirium purposes, but right now we only have, what is it, like 1 Delirium card? 2, but yeah, I'm gonna take the Gargoyle. I think it's pretty good. And here we don't have that much of anything. Got a Magnifying Glass. I don't think we will play that. It's not that likely that we will play the Stallion either, but it's more likely, I suppose. Really? No one playing Vampires? Okay. So I'm still not certain if we will be red or blue. We picked up like 1 black card in this entire pack, which is really unfortunate, but I'm gonna take the Arsonist, I guess. Yeah, see, I don't think this is a sign that green is open. I think that people just don't like the wolves, which is okay, but yeah. Whatever. So got Pieces of the Puzzle or Marginal, pretty bad card. Guess we take the Equipment. Sure. I guess I will actually take the Devil, not because I want to play it, but if this continues we might have to switch it up a bit, so we will see. It's still looking fine. It's not like it's a problem. Ever After. That's a pretty cool combo with like Mind Rack Demon. It's expensive, but we're not that expensive yet. Otherwise it would be like Call the Bloodline with no real synergies, Tormenting Voice or Niblis. Yeah, Ever After seems pretty solid. It's just a good card overall. It's good that it makes them zombies as well. Okay, we got another Sinister Concoction, which would be pretty solid in the deck. Drone Explorers, which would be pretty good too. We got a Tamir's Journal. I haven't really tried this out yet. It's slow. but it works pretty well with the Illuminator. How fast will this deck be? It's a good question. It will probably not be that fast. Do I rather have another good removal? Probably, actually. I think this is pretty good, but I'm not gonna shy away from another good removal. No, this is good. Oh, this is also good. Honestly, paralysis. I think how many discard outlets we have kind of determines if we play this or not. We have one very expensive one. We got two, all still pretty expensive. 3, 4, and those are a bit less expensive. It's hard to turn down the efficiency of deadweight, I have to say. This has a much higher upside though. 4, 5. I'm just gonna take deadweight. We need to, with the cards that we have, we need to get up to like 6 or 7 mana before it actually becomes good. And I just think that's too expensive. For each instant or sorcery, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. I don't think that's enough. Not sure that we need sleep paralysis. We could take Macabre Waltz. That actually seems reasonable to me. It works with Fiery Temper, I suppose. It works with Compulsion, Nagging Thoughts. Doesn't work with Broken Concentration though. Yeah. It would probably wheel, but you never know. Olivia's Bloodsworn, not really for this deck. So we got Ghostly Wings if we want more of that. We got Accomplice, and we got Noble. As it seems right now, I'm probably not playing red. We have no fixing. And this one requires Madness. I'm not playing it for the hardcast part. Could play this for the copy part, I suppose. But yeah, I'm pretty certain we just take the Accomplice. Yeah. What do we have here? A sideboard card. Another sideboard card at best. And a Mentor. And a land we won't be playing. Don't think we have that many vampires. We have 0. I guess we take the sideboard card. I mean, yeah, we're definitely doing that. Okay. Okay, this is a pack. We'll get one card back, probably the land, but maybe we get past something. So we really need to decide, do we want another spell, a pretty good finisher. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, which is pretty good, I guess. Vessel, which I don't think we want, and a Scrutiny, which would be pretty good. Trail of Evidence would be pretty good now as well. I'm just gonna get Alter Greed and take Confirmed Suspicions. There you are, a super expensive angel. So random 3-drop or another Nagging Thought. 1, 2, 3. Still don't have that many ways to discard. We could use another creature perhaps. What are we cutting? Maybe Sanitarium Skeleton actually. It doesn't seem super good. I'm just gonna take the Vampire Noble. I'm not certain we will play it, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna take the land here. Still not expecting to play red, but who knows. Don't think we have room for this, not with 2 deadways, 2 concoctions, a compulsion to the slaughter. That's just not gonna happen. This is a decent way to get something into the yard, I suppose. We're not playing harvest hand. We could do... yeah, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. Not playing that, not playing any of these probably. I'm gonna take magnifying glass as a sideboard card slash yeah, I'm not playing that. Sideboard card slash potential main deck card, but I don't think we need more stall slash advantage now. We got a fair amount of that. I'm still not certain which colors we should have been in. Black, I'm pretty certain was a good color to be in. But it feels like at least one more is black, and that that black wasn't really opened that much, which is unfortunate. So this is like cards that we could play if we want to. Okay. So Sanitarium Skeleton is good with milling and discarding, and right now we are looking at Mighty 1, I guess 2, 3, 4, 5 discards, which is not super exciting. I think I want all my other creatures because I kinda need them. And we don't have any secret creatures. We have a Macabre Waltz. I guess that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 removal spells. A few card advantage spells. I'm not certain that we will run this. Double blue is kinda awkward, and we already have a counter spell, and this is probably never gonna get madness, so cutting that. I'm playing Ever After for sure. Basically, I'm playing Deadweights, Concoctions, Compulsion, To the Slaughter, Ever After, Confirm Suspicions. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would leave 1 card if we keep all our creatures, and that would probably be Catalog. I suspect. Probably not playing Nagging Thoughts. So is Macabre Bolts better than Sanitarium Skeletons? Homunculus. Can you get over here? I think we're running that. So basically it's one of these 3 cards that should go. That leaves us 17 lands. We could also potentially cut both, or rather 2 of them or 3 of them, and add Geist Blast, Fiery Temper. Not certain what we're Geist Blasting. We don't have that many good targets for it. I don't think that's happening. We could play Runaway Carriage, but we have a lot of 4-drops, and we will be able to trigger Delirium. Do we want Magnifying Glass? And I don't think we need any of these. And we will be playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. No. Okay. The Homunculus doesn't seem super exciting. I think I'd rather run the Skeleton over it. So that leaves us with this as our deck. unless we want to play magnifying glass. Right now we only have suspicions to trigger Illuminator, but that's not a big concern. We could cut like a silent observer for the magnifying glass. I don't think we need it though. Nah, let's run it like this and see where we end up. 6 islands. I think we can get away with one more. Yeah, I think we need one more. Alright, that's it. I'll see you shortly for the first match.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, it really helps us out. You can find us on Twitter at MagicGathStrat, Facebook /MagicGatheringStrat, or on the web, magicgatheringstrat.com. There you can find articles and free prize-supported leagues. This is all brought to you by our Patreons and cardhoarder.com. If you enjoyed this content, please consider supporting us at patreon.com/MagicGatheringStrat.